So today I'd like to talk about keeping up with language and meaning. In all our lives we grow up within a family and we use different language within that family unit. And then there's the language that we use as children going to school and also as we become teenagers and then onwards into adulthood. Now, my mum was a Kiwi and she met my dad, who was an Englishman, and they married and consequently had us 4 kids. And growing up we had various sayings within the household that I didn't realise until I met my now English husband, that they were English sayings that my dad used to use. And I was sitting on the couch today with my husband and we were talking about something and I said to him, "I haven't got a Scooby." And he knew what I was meaning, and what it means is it's Cockney rhyming slang for I haven't got a Scooby, Scooby-Doo, clue, so I haven't got a clue. So it's a bit of a process to kind of work out these things, but if you're used to Cockney white rhyming slang it's really quite easy. But we've used those sort of things in front of our grandchildren and they just think we're weird. But they have their own language and they have this thing, if they like something they go slay, slay, and it sounds weird to us, but you know, they just have their own language. The way that they use language is different, and they have their own language when they're typing or texting with each other. And there's a thing that most of us would know about called emojis, and I wasn't aware that there were some different meanings for things that I thought were quite innocent, but the number of things in the land of emojis that are rude is quite stunning. Now, apparently if you send somebody a peach or an apple or a pear or a chestnut or a cherry or a full moon or a donut, that is suggesting something to do with a person's bottom. Basically, it's kind of sending somebody a suggestive text if you have those emojis. And peace signs and tulips and honeypots are a bit naughty as well. But the thing that gets me the most is there are so many emojis that represent a male's genitalia, and I would not have thought, if perhaps I'd gone somewhere and had something to eat and put a hot dog emoji in, that apparently is suggestive of something rude. And carrots and ears of corn and roosters. All these things, according to the land of emoji or the world of emojis, are suggestive. And I've put hearts at the end of my text messages, and I'm not sure what a heart emoji in a different colour might mean, but I think it means something different. I'm going to look that up. Heart emoji colour meaning. You can't even type the word meaning even with your glasses on. It's a bit chronic. Oh, it's still bloody no meaning. So yes, I just thought, well, I was sending just some pretty hearts, but apparently orange signifies warmth or friendship, yellow represents happiness and friendship, green is for nature and well-being. I just thought they were pretty things to put on the emails that I send to my grandchildren. But so yes, I have been innocently sending text to people, and I just hope that I haven't been sending the wrong message. And I suppose it's like every age and stage. I find myself more often now these days checking myself and thinking, gosh, I kind of get what Mum was getting at and what she was feeling when she was my age or older, when we'd say, "Oh Mum, don't you know how to do that?" or "Have you not heard of that before?" Frustration with her not knowing how to turn on a computer and how to use a computer. And I know we're so used to them, and even at my advanced age of 64, we're so used to computers and cell phones and cameras that Mum really struggled with. And you sort of get frustrated and go, "Oh, how could you not know how to use a computer? What's wrong with you?" But she didn't grow up with those things. I think they came into common usage when I was in my 20s. So that was quite, a reasonable time ago. And she didn't grow up with that. And I know when she got a computer, my son, bless his soul, put stickers on things like, "This is the button to push to turn it on." And her computer was full of stickers on keys and stuff so that she could hopefully learn to use it. And we used to get frustrated with her because she just didn't get it. She just didn't understand, and it wasn't within her comfort zone. And I'm feeling a bit that way sometimes when kids talk about things and they use different language, and you kind of go, oh, what was that you were talking about? I haven't heard that before. And they look at you like, oh, where have you been? What planet have you been on, Nan? And, it's just different ages, different stages, different language. My language comes from, a lot of it comes from English language. I mean, English language from England, not the English language of your normal Kiwi person. My dad was a big influence, and I absorbed the way he spoke, and Cockney rhyming slang was part of my growing up. I learnt it. I learnt what it meant. I learnt to use it, and I use it with my husband sometimes because he's obviously English, but my grandchildren would look at us like we're absolute freaks. But we are the product of our environment, of our upbringing, of our culture and education, and it's different. And we're moving into the stage where we are the old folks, and I can imagine the kids looking at us and shaking their heads and going, oh God, Nana's so old, she just doesn't know stuff. So yeah, I just hope with emojis that I haven't been sending inappropriate emojis to anybody that I shouldn't have, and if I have, I'm so sorry. I'm going to limit myself to red hearts and thumbs up and thumbs down from now on. They seem to be safe. Any kind of fruit, any kind of hot dog, sausages, carrots, don't feel safe anymore. Not that I put many carrots on emojis on a text to anybody, I think. But you're just sort of mulling over some strange little things that are on my mind. Yeah, language and meaning. The language and meaning that I grew up with, that I got to this point with, is so different from my children and their children. And it's little wonder that we sometimes don't understand each other, but we try because we love each other, and that's the main thing. Keep trying to connect with those you love, even though sometimes it's hard to understand each other and it may be frustrating, because we all need each other one way or another. So this has been Sue for Parkies and Me, my journey with Parkinson's. Kia kaha, be strong, be brave, be you. Hi, this is Sue for Parkies and Me, my journey with Parkinson's.